Wonderful.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for day 2 of our Lunch and Learn series. Today, the topic is content creation in Canva. So, our trainer again today is Adrienne Moran, a senior at The Ohio State University, majoring in business and specializing in marketing, agriculture, communications, and leadership studies. She is very entrepreneurial spirited with passions of event coordination and social media management and interest in organization, productivity, and mindset. With her up-and-coming marketing agency, we are excited to have her share tips and tricks that business owners can implement to make the most of their time and resources. So, Adrienne, I will turn today's training over to you.
Great. Thank you so much, Lisa. And thank you all for being here today. I have the chat opened up, so if you throw comments and questions in there, I will be sure to hit them. But welcome. I'm very honored to teach this second session in our workshop series. Today, we're going to be talking a little bit about content creation in Canva, some tips and tricks and features that I absolutely love about this platform. But like Lisa said, I'm a senior up here at The Ohio State University, where I am currently studying marketing, ag comm, and leadership studies. So I recently launched my business, Simplified Social LLC, and thought it would be great to showcase some of those services. You should know that I'm a very type A individual. I'm very organized, love productivity, mindset, my 2 dogs, traveling the world, and I love my iced coffee. I would love for you to throw in the chat maybe your favorite platform, like your favorite social media platform. Whether that be you utilize Facebook or Instagram, Twitter, whatever your favorite one is, throw it in the chat. I love an engaged audience. I want you to have your notebooks out because we are going to dive right in. So today, during our session, you can expect 3 things. Number 1, we are going to understand the social media branding and its importance. We're also going to follow that with some tips and tricks in creating content in Canva. And then you're going to learn how to stay consistent and track your progress and results. So it looks like in the chat, we're getting a lot of Facebook. We want to start diving into some TikTok. I would say, I see a few Instagrams. Good deal. So with what you're going to learn in today, you are going to be able to apply that to those social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram. All right, so we are going to dive right in here to section number 1 in social media branding and its importance. So when it comes to visual identity of your business, your brand, it can be overwhelming to juggle all of the different elements and remember to keep things stylistically consistent. So I would say that it is highly important, in all of my presentations that I'll have, you'll notice a lot of my brand colors. You'll notice maybe some of my logos, different things like that, and keeping it all consistent with the Simplified Social name and brand. And so just like that, across presentations, across business cards, maybe your resume, you also want to do that with your content. So Canva specifically has a feature called Brand Hub that allows you to upload your logos, a color palette, determine some fonts, and more that you can have in one handy spot to develop all of this cohesiveness and to really create a very aesthetically pleasing, cohesive brand. And so if you've ever looked for Brand Hub, it's located on the left-hand side of the design and homepage in Canva. So if you were to create a new design, over on the left-hand side on the navigation bar, you would see that Brand Hub, and it will pull all of that information once you upload your logo. Additionally, if you're on the homepage of Canva, it's also located on the left-hand side. All right. Mary had a comment. It's so hard to manage more than one social media site for sure. I love to make that a point because you have different audiences on different platforms. And so knowing that, Instagram is more for, I would say a lot more college students are utilizing Instagram than they would Facebook. So if you're targeting that younger audience, you're going to want to keep in mind of the platforms that you are on. And we're going to dive a little bit more into that in tomorrow's session. I will answer all questions at the end. Feel free to continue to throw them in the chat. Ashley, I do see your comment. So the importance of social media branding is it's going to give your company identity on a marketing marketing channel where other companies advertise. So if individuals or your target audience is seeing your company be very consistent and cohesive, they're going to trust you more. And so this is going to ensure that your content is stylistically similar and cohesive by copying settings and elements across multiple designs. And so then lastly, it's going to create those clean visuals and graphics for your audience to easily identify your brand. So, kind of, I don't know if everyone else has heard this, but your target consumer has to see your logo 7 to 12 times before it clicks with them. And so you want to make sure that on all of your branding, all of your marketing, maybe throwing your logo in the corner. I think that can be super important. So it can create brand recognition. All right, so moving on, we are going to go ahead and dive into tips for content creation in Canva. So I definitely have a few tips. Number one is the resize button. So if you are looking to save time when you're creating content or don't want to have to reinvent the wheel, I love the resize button. It's great because it can create a new design for you with a new aspect ratio. And so you can find the Canva resize button up in the top left corner when you open up a design. So for example, if you were to go into Canva and create a Facebook post, and you have it all designed, it's wonderful. It looks really good. It has your logo on it, all of these great things. You're going to click that little resize button up in the top left corner, and it will show you a screenshot of what's here on the right-hand side of the screen. So you can then change if you have a custom size, or you can change it to maybe an Instagram post and click that. And then you'll click resize, and it will literally resize your image for your Instagram post. So there's no need to copy and paste some elements. You may need to shift some things around a little bit, but for the most part, it's such an easy tool to use. And it's also great in changing the sizes for event headings or Facebook posts. They do videos, all different kinds of things. The list goes on and on. So like I said, this can be super useful for things like banners, Facebook cover photos, LinkedIn cover pictures, Eventbrite banners if you are event hosting, and more. So it's really nice to make sure that you stay cohesive throughout your post, but still have that brand cohesiveness as well. And so how to use the resize button, maybe screenshot this for future use, or write it down in your notes. So like I said, you'll create any design and for example, like a Facebook post, and then you'll click resize in the top left corner and type in the dimensions that you want. If you click copy and resize, it will make a copy of the original design and redefine the dimensions. All right. Tip number 2 is developing QR codes. You guys, QR codes have been a lifesaver for me over the past several years in my businesses. And it's because everyone always carries this handy little device called their cell phone with them always. And so, when I've been designing a lot of cards or promotional materials for some various businesses in the county, I have been throwing QR codes on them because not only will someone carry that around, but they also have the ability to scan it and have that information right at their fingertips. And anything that's easier for the target consumer is going to make your life a lot easier as well. So they've become increasingly popular, and they've been starting to use them on your promotional materials, on your content. And so if you've ever had like a social video playing on one screen while doing something on another, you'll understand how QR codes become relevant. And essentially, Canva has a one-click QR code tool that eliminates the need to hunt down an external service. So it keeps everything in-house. I know that I have experienced a few different things with QR codes on like free QR code accounts, and they expire after like 21 days, or you can only have 10 scans. So I love that Canva has a in-house QR code tool that doesn't expire. However, I do recommend keeping in mind that when you are putting QR codes on your content, if someone is scrolling on Facebook, they're not going to be able to scan a QR code because they're already on their phone, if this makes sense. So keep that in mind. I know that sometimes I have seen some content with QR codes and I'm like, why would you put that on there? Someone's scrolling, they're not going to be able to scan. So how to create a QR code in Canva. So you're going to open any design like you normally would. And on the left-hand navigation bar, there is a button called Apps. And so when you scroll down and under popular, you'll click QR code, enter the URL. So this could be a potential link tree. This could be an event RSVP, anything like that. Maybe a Google form that we had talked about yesterday for feedback, different types of things like that. And then you can customize the colors and it will generate the QR code. So note that this QR code doesn't expire, like I had mentioned previously on that last slide, something to keep in mind. All right, so number 3 is a call to action. These are also known as CTAs. They are super duper important when you create content, whether that be in Canva, on Facebook, just kind of like right out of the blue. Call to actions create a sense of urgency. And it also tells your audience exactly what you want them to do. If I am a boutique owner, and I want someone to click on my link and purchase some clothes, I might have a call to action that says click this link to shop these new arrivals. So I'm telling them, okay, I want you to click this link, but then I'm also providing the link for them to click. So it's very easy. People love easily like accessible things to click on, to tap, to slide the bars. I know a few of you dabble in Instagram. If you are utilizing any of the Instagram story features, I know if you personally follow me on Facebook or Instagram, you will see every single day I have an engagement bubble, whether that be a tap, a story, a poll, a question box, something to engage my audience with. And so engaging your audience and having a call to action is super duper important. And it's previously been shown that a CTA button increases your conversion rates by a whopping 83%. So if you have a lot of people that are sitting on the fence and, maybe haven't clicked a link to shop, having this easily accessible right there makes it super duper simple for them. So they can be a slight nudge for commenting on your social media post to, having a final call to sign up for a free trial. You can even use social media call to actions to distribute like gated content. So like downloading an ebook, a template, a checklist, or more. So it's essentially telling your audience exactly what you want them to do. And so a killer social media call to action can help you achieve all of these goals and essentially maximize your return. So you need to prompt your readers and viewers by taking action on your website or just enhancing the conversion rate overall. So I have a few different call to action examples. If you have some of your favorites, I would love for you to drop them in the chat so we can be inspired by each other. Maybe some that have worked for you previously. So a few that I have here is tag someone who needs to see this. You see a lot of photographers, for example, they say, tag a friend or tag a senior who's looking for grad photos. And so then they get all of these individuals that are tagged that may be looking for grad photos. And so now they easily have people to reach out to contact, and have as potential customers. Another one is 3 days till it drops like it's hot. Not on the list, DM us your email and we'll get you on it. So I think that this is something that also creates urgency. So if you pair urgency with a call to action, you're essentially setting up the best formula for your target audience. So if you're like, this is going to drop in 3 days, we only have 10 of these available, not more of like a while supplies last. Those are just a few things to keep in mind, that when people feel as though there's limited availability, that it's not going to be here for a long time, it kind of creates a sense of urgency. So you want to create that sense of urgency and pair it with a call to action. And then the last example that I have here is not sure what you need. Comment your biggest challenge below and I'll DM you with a few starters. So for example, let's go back to the boutique owner, for example, if you are asking your followers, what's something that you're looking forward to this summer? Or do you have a vacation planned? If so, to where? Okay, they're going to tell you, you're going to say, drop it in the comments. And you are going to have a ton of places, whether that be the beach in Florida, the mountains in Colorado, anything. And so essentially, then okay, I'm going to DM you or comment back a few different outfit inspo ideas that I have for you. And then you're going to also attach the link so it's easily accessible for them to shop. It's just an example, a few examples of call to actions and creating urgency. And tip number 4, turning reviews into content. You guys, I have seen so many Facebook posts. We talked a little bit about Google My Business yesterday and reviews. Take those reviews and create content out of them. So social proof has always been a powerful marketing tool. People trust people. And I have been told this time and time again, that, not only do you want to try and create trust with your following, whether that be on social media, on Instagram, and whether you do that through Facebook Lives or maybe your Instagram stories, that type of thing. But hearing from other people as well can build trust for your business. And so Canva recognizes that with their seamlessly endless stream of social templates for quotes and reviews, this can be super duper easy for you to create. So essentially, you can present genuine and positive feedback from customers in brand templates, to establish brand credibility and turning your warm leads into piping hot ones. I think that it has been super duper beneficial because people really understand, hey, she is out here working. She does have clients. She does have customers that love these outfits, that loves her photos. And so that makes me want to love them as well. And so here's a quick template that I had. So I had designed some promotional flyers for my stepdad's business, and he gave me a great review saying, Adrienne did a great job designing my promotional flyers for my business. I had received a ton of compliments on them. Oh, there we go. And so essentially I could easily make this a Facebook post and tag the individual and say, thank you so much for the positive review. I greatly appreciate it. If you are looking for promotional flyers designed for your business, feel free to reach out to me. And, I may turn some potential leads into some piping hot ones. And so I think that this is a great opportunity for you to create content out of something very, very simple. Okay, so section number 3 is consistency is key. And I think that this goes along with tracking analytics for these specific things. So consistency is key. I, for example, run a beauty business as well on my personal Instagram page, and I will provide an example here. If I only posted about the products that I use once a month or twice a month, once a week, etc., that is not going to establish trust. However, if I am posting about these products, using these products, showing them on camera, showing that I'm wearing these specific outfits, I'm being very consistent, that is going to build trust and allow our followers to get to know us. And so that's going to increase our interactions on posts, blogs, videos, podcasts, reels, you name it. It's going to increase your content interactions. And so a consistent and recognizable brand, whether that be through your brand identity and creating cohesive content, whether that be utilizing Canva to establish trust or making things simpler for you. If we truly want to meet our clients where we're at, we're going to need to meet them online too. And that's going to be through our easily found QR codes. And that's going to be through creating CTAs and urgency. So if you are struggling with, brainstorming unique content ideas, creating a content calendar, tracking the analytics of content, because this can be different for a variety of platforms. I know that the Meta Business Suite does have some analytic tracking features available in that. However, for TikTok, it may be different, as well as Instagram Insights. And then posting consistently and engaging with your audience. If you are struggling with all of those, I definitely would recommend reaching out to me. I will put my contact info here on the next slide. Take a screenshot of that. I would love to set up a one-on-one with you and see how I could help your business in simplifying the content and social strategies for it. So now I am going to stop my screen share and we are going to stop the recording. And